What's your name? Will McMorran.
Will McMorran.
Will McMorran. What's the date today? The 18th of January 2022.
The 18th of January 2023.
The 18th of January 2024. How old are you? I'm 17 years old.
I'm 18 years old.
I am 19 years old. How are you? I'm good. I mean, summer holidays right now, so that's great. I'm feeling very relaxed.
I'm good. I'm great, actually.
I'm good. I'm pretty much always good. What's your favourite movie right now? Maybe Spider-Man Far From Home or Tick Tick Boom.
I haven't watched a movie in a while.
I haven't watched a movie in 2 months, at least.
I don't know.
And the last movie I watched was The Hunger Games,
Well, I really don't know.
The Ballad of Songbird and the Snakes.
Let me look. What's a movie I watched recently?
I liked that one, so let's say it's my favourite right now. I was actually waiting for that movie for ages. I loved the book, so it was really cool to see the movie.
Super Size Me. I love that documentary. It's really cool.
What's your favourite song or album right now? Favourite song would probably be Cherry by Harry Styles. Favourite album is Tickets to My Downfall by Machine Gun Kelly, I would say.
Album, I guess Harry's House. I think I said Fine Line last year.
I have no idea. I'm gonna look at my Spotify. I'll say Stick Season by Noah Khan and Wasteland Baby by Hosier. If you could go anywhere in the world, where would it be? Maybe Topor and do some prep for the Half Ironman coming up. What is your biggest goal right now? I guess kind of transitioning to uni life well?
I guess I'd have to say just triathlon training, if that like kind of encompasses it all. I feel like that's the thing that I think about the most. I'm just obsessed with it at the moment. I guess as a more specific defined goal, completing an Olympic distance triathlon at the end of this year, hopefully under 2.5 hours, the goal I'm kind of working with at the moment. So my biggest goal right now is the Half Ironman in Topor. Qualifying for the World Champs, finishing probably first or maybe second in my age group, in the top kind of 5 of the whole race probably. It's a big ask. How has the last year changed you? I feel like I'm probably more open to stuff. Like, I'm more open to new opportunities. I'm a lot more independent and I think more responsible. I think I'm more appreciative as well. I think the last year's also given me some good like mental fortitude.
I don't know, it's hard to say. I feel like I've changed a lot in the last year. I don't know whether that's because of age or just quite a few things happened in the last year. But I feel like my perspective is quite different. I think I just do now, everything is about having a good time and doing things and spending my day doing things that I feel like matter and matter to me above all else. What's the most important thing to you right now? Capturing my memories and just capturing how my life is right now and figuring out cool ways to do that, which I'll then be able to look back on in the future and be able to remember everything that kind of went on during this time of my life.
Just making sure that I enjoy what I do every day. I feel like I do. I feel like I really get, a great enjoyment out of every single day.
The most important thing to me right now is probably my training and it going well because I've got a really big goal and I'm really focused on it, so trying to do the best that I can. What's your drive or purpose? To be able to satisfy my future self when I'm looking back, to look back on good times that I captured well.
My having enjoyment of every day, which is the most important thing to me, that kind of manifests itself into me being driven to train every day and to film it and to do other cool stuff that excites me. Like, so yeah, I guess my drive is to make sure I'm making and doing stuff that makes me happy every day. Sort of to prove to myself that I can do the things that I say that I will do, even if they seem very difficult to do. I feel like I just want to have higher aspirations than what a lot of people have, because I think people limit themselves, and I think I have limited myself in the past, and I want to just set my goals really high, and then it almost requires you to put in a lot of work to get there, because it seems ridiculous to aim that high if you're not putting in the hard work. But then even with the hard work, it's still like, this is tough. If you had 1 year left to live, what would you do? I think I said the same thing last year, and it's just travel, just experiencing stuff. And I feel like when you're traveling, you're going to have so many more unique experiences.
Probably the same that what I'm doing now, but just with, I guess, no worries about the future and things. I wouldn't feel any pressure to be successful at anything. I'll just kind of be into an enjoyment to the max. I guess traveling, and that. I feel like that always boils down to traveling for me.
What are your biggest insecurities right now? I guess that I won't be able to find like a good that I won't be able to find a good group of close friends in uni like how I've got now.
Something that I've been thinking about recently, like Dunning-Kruger effect, like 80% of the population thinks they're like better than average, which is obviously impossible. And I do think I have a fear that I am quite susceptible to that.
Very rarely, I think, maybe when I have a bad training session, I kind of think, maybe the kind of self-image I have of myself of being quite successful and quite hard-working and determined isn't that accurate, but very rarely I actually feel like I'm quite secure. And I don't know whether that's maybe a big change in the last year, kind of going back. I think it maybe is. I kind of feel content and satisfied with what's going on.
What do you want your life to look like a year from now? To have done like the things I said about in like my drive and like my goals and stuff. Had a year where I've captured stuff very well, create good memories and capture them.
Kind of quite similar, I feel like, which I think is quite a good thing. I feel like I want to be doing the same stuff, just a bit better.
Kind of the same. I want, yeah. Very good vibes right now. I've always kind of been apprehensive about change, so maybe that's kind of that part of me speaking and saying, well, what is now is great, and I kind of always say that, but what is now is great, and I'm enjoying it a lot. So yeah, similar, which is interesting because this year is going to be my last year of my degree, so kind of this point next year could be I'm in a position where, you know, lots of opportunities, lots of different things that I could be doing, but I kind of think whatever I am doing, just to be in a similar kind of state as what I'm in now. It doesn't have to be doing the exact same things every single day, but as what I'm doing now. But it's just the same kind of vibe, the same kind of feelings. Yeah.
What's your biggest regret? That I didn't start doing stuff earlier. Like I didn't start doing like performing in film at an earlier age. I wish I started that much younger. I wish I started doing like photo every day, diary entry every day, daily vlog, all that stuff. I wish I started it earlier and had more of my life captured, but
I definitely think this year I've tried, whenever I think of something as a regret, kind of try and reframe that, because the whole thing about looking back is you obviously can't do anything about it. But I guess, I think I know what I said last year, and I think it's kind of the same but different. Like, I wish I got into stuff earlier, but this time it's kind of endurance sports. But even then I'm like, I am where I'm at now, so may as well just go from there.
Yeah, I think that is the biggest thing that's changed in the last year, is I try not to think about negative things. And I feel like actually maybe I said the exact same thing last year to this question, but I just don't have any energy to think about that kind of thing. I don't really care. And whenever I catch myself kind of thinking, oh, what if blah, 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 take training, what if I started cycling earlier, what if I was more dedicated to swimming from a younger age, what if I started running earlier, blah, blah, blah. It's like, kind of just want to stop myself thinking that, because I didn't, and there's no point in thinking about that. I could better spend my time and my energy thinking about, well, what can I do from this point on, because that's all that I can change and influence, and that's the only thing that's going to have an impact on my life. So